Now we are going to see the topic quantum dot. You can imagine when an object is present in the space, the object can able to move all the three directions x, y, z. If restricted all the three directions, in the sense the particle cannot move, the particle should be present on that place itself. That makes a small size of the dot, that is the size is reduced as the nanometer size. That's why this is called as the quantum dot. After reducing, that shape should be maybe cubical or spherical shape. When the material dimensions are reduced, then the delocalized electrons becomes localized and confined with discrete energy levels. That is, after delocalizing becomes as a localized electrons. Confined means it's a restricted place and each should be in a small amount of energy levels. That is called as the quantized. See, this is the energy level diagram of quantum dot. So based on that, electrical and optical properties depends only on the size and structure of the quantum dot. The density of quantum energy states are localized electrons depends on the size of the quantum dot. The smallest quantum dots have compressed quantum energy state. See the left side diagram. The energy level is very less. See the left side diagram, the energy level should be smaller size so that the size of the quantum dot is less, so that occupation space is also less. See the right side diagram, that the size of the dots is large, so that occupation space is also large, so that this is smallest quantum dot. The right side is biggest quantum dot. We know that all the objects, when the object size is reduced, the space is reduced. Object size is increased, space is increased. Next, quantum dot laser. This quantum dot laser also is like a semiconductor laser. Already we have studied in our laser chapter types of laser itself, semiconductor laser. In that semiconductor, we have homojunction and heterojunction laser. In quantum dot laser, heterojunction laser is used. Hetero in the sense more number of layers. So, a quantum dot laser is a semiconductor laser that uses the quantum dots as the active laser medium. Active laser medium in its light emitting region. Here active medium is quantum dots. Due to the tight confinement of charge carriers in quantum dots, they exhibit an electronic structure similar to atoms. The quantum dot active region may also be operate at a different wavelength by varying the dot size and composition. When size of the dot is vary, the wavelength also vary. The smaller size can produce small wavelength, larger size can produce larger wavelength, right? So this is quantum dot laser. Construction. See, in this quantum dot laser construction is like our heterojunction semiconductor laser. The bottom of the part is made up of gallium arsenide. It is act as a substrate. The second layer should be aluminium gallium arsenide. This is act as a cladding, and third layer is aluminum arsenide. All the three layers are N-type layers. Then top layer is P-type. The P-type aluminum gallium arsenide act as a cladding, and again gallium arsenide is act as a layer. But in between of P-type N-type layer, there will be the quantum dots are assembled. That is self-assembled quantum dot laser. See, you can see the dark spaces. The dark portion is dots, quantum dots. That P and N, the space is called P-N junction region. In our heterojunction also, the laser beam is emitted from the junction, P-N junction region itself. Why the junction region itself it is occur in the sense the recombination process, that is recombination of holes and electrons or occur in the junction regions. This is well known in that heterojunction laser itself. This is about that construction of our quantum dot laser. Next, working. Working is also similar to semiconductor. When the two electrodes are forward bias in the sense, positive and negative charges should be connected to P-type and N-type material. When forward bias is applied, that P-type holes are moving towards that quantum dot. Similarly, from the N-type electrons are moving towards the quantum dots. When both will be recombination processes occur, that laser should be emitted. The laser should be emitted. But before coating, we have to coated with that material, either zinc selenide or magnesium fluoride. In our semiconductor heterojunction, we are well polished and placed one over to another. Like that, here also before coating, we have to coat with that zinc sulfide or magnesium fluoride. Or by varying the length and width, the laser light output wavelength can be emitted. Advantages. Before going to see the advantages, it's like a stimulant or emission is occur, like our heterojunction laser itself, that photons are emitted to and fro, are moving from to and fro. Laser is emitted. The output of laser is very enhanced. Advantages. This is very small active volume and very less population inversion is necessary, and threshold current density also low, and it can produce output power is high, and it take a power consumption should be less. Next, it is the higher modulation frequency for high speed operations with reduced wavelength shift, and it has high temperature stability. Temperature stability should be high, that is even at a high temperature it can withstand. And quantum dot laser gain is 2 to 3 times larger than quantum well, and it is tunable wavelength of emission and absorption by variation of the size of the quantum dot. Already I told you, by varying the size we can get the output is different wavelength. Even though this method having some disadvantage. What are the disadvantage? It is very difficult to form the high quality dots. If you are giving the high quality dot only, the output also high, right? Like this, it is very difficult to form a high quality dots. And fabrication process is difficult because there will be the so many number of layer. Already I told you in the semiconductor also, compared to homojunction, heterojunction is difficult to fabricate. Here also same reason. And due to that finite barrier height means, you know, that potential well, right? In that potential well, height, the quantum itself, potential well height is infinite. So the particle cannot exist from the inside of the box. But here barrier height is finite, only very less height or small height. So there will be the charge carrier should be leakage out. When height is reduced, automatically it comes out. So leakages occur. And strained well might lead to the shift in wavelength. Here wavelength shift can occur. Then last one, applications. This quantum dots used in fiber optic communication systems and barcode readers and printing industries. They are going to print something, no? That place itself they are using quantum dots as a light sources for scanning images and for resolution printing manufacturing. And it is used in display technologies and spectroscopy. The last one, it is used in medicine, optical coherence tomography. Tomography means detecting the images from the inner parts of the body. Thank you.